Hi everyone, Emily here again today. So how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for watching my little mini series that was meeting my alters. I hope everybody liked that. I know my alters were really happy to be able to share themselves, and it's always nice for us to be open about our DID, and yeah, it just helps us feel accepted. And so again, any comments and things like that on those videos really boosts us and makes us feel, valid. So yeah, thank you so much for watching those, and I'll crack on. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I think should change about society. So I'm talking about a concept that I don't know that much about, but something that I totally agree with, is that we should let go of our internalized capitalism. So basically, I think that we have learnt as a society over time to see value in things, and that things have to have a worth, and sort of the exchange of worth and the exchange of things, if that makes sense. So the problem I have with it that has directly affected me is through the belief in the idea that if you as a person are not producing something, or earning something, or giving something to somebody in some way, that you don't have worth. It's sort of the idea that you have to work, you have to produce something, you have to be creative, you have to be giving something in some way to somebody, otherwise you're worthless. So I don't think that that's the way we should look at people and things. Things and people can have worth and value, even if to other people they would seem pointless. It's sort of like if you struggle to do something, or if you're unable to get a job or something, it's sort of like you feel guilty, and it's this deep core feeling that you are not adding to society, you're not contributing, and I think that that's wrong, because it can cause depression in people. So yeah, people that can't get jobs, people that aren't particularly creative and can't sell things from home, they don't deserve to feel like they're any less of a person. You might not be talented at making things, but that doesn't mean that you need to feel worthless or bad. If you have fun, you enjoy yourself, you bring joy to other people, you make other people happy, you're an inspiration to people. For whatever reason, there's far more to a person than what they can contribute financially or physically to the world. It got me thinking about the idea of what do we talk about at funerals, because that's where you're really talking about what you value about that person. And from my experience, it's about the person's character, whether they made people happy, whether they helped people, whether they were supportive and generous and kind, and all of these qualities that are human qualities that I think are far more important than, could they create all of these different things and sell them, or did they have a high, well-paid job? Did they own their own home? Did they you know, any of these sort of more physical things, you know, certainly have value and certainly are worth being proud of, but they're not your worth. They're not who you are, and they're not to say that they are everything. You can mean so much to people, you know, without doing anything. You know, you can stay at home and watch films and play video games. And that is absolutely fine. If you make people happy, if you make people feel uplifted and supported and cared about, you're doing so much. You know, if you're disabled or in a way that means that you struggle to, you know, get a job, or you struggle to get out of bed and all of these things, if you're able to bring any kind of positivity to anybody else, that's worth so much more. You know, even if you're just living your life for you and you don't make loads of other people happy, but you're just making yourself happy and you're living and you are thriving as yourself, that's also worth it. You know, there's a lot more to celebrate in this world than just, do you have a job? Did you get a promotion? Have you gone to university? Have you got an amazing education? You know, how good were your children's educations? Like, you know, along that line, you could ask, are your children happy? Are they coping well? Are they well-rounded? Are they, you know, friendly to people? Because that shows that you have brought up your children in a way that's positive. That's far more important than if they've got a good education. And do you know what I mean? Education is important, and I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying that human attributes and human generosity and caring and loving is far more important than most anything else. I know that because I don't have a job at the moment, I often feel really guilty and very bad that I am not contributing, and that's really hard to deal with. And you know, I'm incredibly lucky that I, you know, am not suffering because I'm not working, because for most people it is a necessity, and I could go down a whole other rabbit hole talking about how we work until we die and we don't really get anything from that, but that's something I'm not really qualified to talk about, I would say. I can share my opinions about things, but I can't really talk about how we're going beyond capitalism and things like that. So yeah, I think it's worth more to be kind, to be a good person, and good doesn't mean productive, in my opinion. So that's kind of what I wanted to share and talk about. I just think it's an interesting thing to think about and challenge our mindset about these things, that look at a person for their value of their worth as a person, as a human, as, you know, do they make their friends happy? You know, can their family turn to them if they need advice? That sort of thing. That's far more important than how high up are they in their job, you know? It sort of reminds me of, you know, you could have a toy that you've had since you were a child, that means so much to you, or you know, anything that you have that means a great deal to you, but somebody else might look at it and think it's, you know, it's just a toy, or, you know, it's just an ornament. And so again, worth is personal to you. It's about what you see in that object, that thing, and that person. You know, you can cherish and love something, and that love and that, you know, relationship in a way is far more important than if your toy is able to bring in money or able to produce something, you know. And I don't want that to sound like I'm comparing people to inanimate objects. I'm not. I'm just using it as an example that there's more to life than what you can make and do and produce and keep going and all of these societal expectations. You know, you could have a slow, calm life where you just poodle along and you make people happy. And the only thing that you do is maybe play video games, but you make people happy by playing those video games, you know? Like you engage with your friends and you have a good time, and that is, to me, that's worth a lot. That's high value. That means you as a person are cherished, and to me, if you live your life in a positive way, you know, for yourself or for others, that, you know, you've lived a good life, you know, that means you did it, you know. that's kind of my view. So yeah, that's what I wanted to chat about today. I really hope you guys enjoyed the little mini series, Meeting My Alters. And again, if you have any questions about anything, just let us know. But I really hope you enjoyed that little video there, and I really hope you have an awesome day. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a really awesome day. Bye!